Okay. Hi, this is Goddess Runic Seer, and I have some more downloads today. So, what we're going to be talking about is what I'm doing is I'm piecing all together these readings, and I think we'll post them in my community. A lot of these readings are from, I don't know if I should say their name. I'll just post them in my community tab, board, or whatever. So, what's going on is a lot of gifted ones, I'm going to say, are being manipulated by these covens. And these are chosen ones that have more dark energy in them. Could say twin flames. And they're being manipulated by these covens. And they're church covens. These are people who hide themselves in the daytime. So they're in the church in the daytime, and at night they do witchcraft, they do spells. They do love spells, they do binding spells. So the thing is, my twin has been one of the guinea pigs. So, and a lot of twins probably have been the guinea pig. What that is somebody, this is going off the mini story that I did called The Secret Coven, where women purposely pick out light workers, and manipulate them and use them and have children by them, and they do binding spells and love spells on them so that they don't ever want to leave. These are the copycats. These are the people who are trying to act like they know that the person that they targeted has a twin. So they play the copycat and they do the destiny swap. These are covens that purposely pick out light ones. Now, I'm thinking that the main people involved are cults, church covens. I wouldn't even call them witch covens because they disguise themselves. And you can, if you are heightened, if your skills are heightened, you can see them. They be in the chats, they be in the comments, and you can see them. I mean, I saw one earlier in the chat, the live chat, and I was irritated because I can see the rat, I can see the mole, I can see it. A lot of these covens are in these live chats. They're in the comments, and they're trying to sway people away from where they're supposed to be going. Twins are supposed to unite, and they're swaying you away from your twin. They try to sway you away from your twin. They don't want you to be with your twin, because why? We're impacting the world. That's how powerful twin flames are. We are going to impact the world by what we create, and they don't like it because it creates so much of a change for the better. This is why I fought so hard for my twin, because I could see. I knew what that woman was doing to him. I know what his family is doing to him, or at least the women around him. I see it. It's in these readings. It's everywhere. I don't think people are paying close enough attention to the fact that it says it out there in the readings. It's clear as day what these people do.
He does. He wants to. He does. He instills GGGG.
Hi.
Oh, you recording?
Yes, I am recording.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not just talking to myself. Even though sometimes I do talk to myself. So I think what I'm going to do is do a room rating.
wow.
What's the problem? Is there a problem? Oh, never mind. You tell them to be quiet. I just wanted to say that since I had a major download, because people are confused. People are really confused about what's going on. And it's only just because multiple readers, one tarot reader has a certain way of reading. And that's only going to get one aspect of the past, present, and future. You have to learn to go from different readers, because one reader is going to say one thing and one reader is going to say another thing. And then another reader is going to pass it, and one reader is going to catch up on a past life, in the future, in the past. And what I noticed earlier too is when tarot readers say past, you have to distinguish whether it's a past life or it's this life. Because I don't think they really, because they read for a big collective, they don't really they can't really distinguish whether it's past life or past in this life. So then they're going to say past, because that's how I felt earlier in the reading, where I saw one of the karmics in the reading blabbing, and um and it kept saying your past partner, your ex, not your ex, but your past partner. So when the reading is not talking about you, it's talking about the past life lover. It's not talking about, so when the reader is not talking about you, it's talking about your past life, a past lover. So when they say that the past is coming in, the past is coming back, you have to distinguish whether it's a past life or past ex. I don't talk to none of my exes. I don't engage with them. I don't talk to them at all. This is past life energy. Because I found out who my twin was, and I did engage with him and talk to him for a while. Because none of my exes is coming back. And then you got to know the distinction, because they'll describe these people, and you have to, and it better, and you have to use discernment into seeing, okay, which one of these people is she talking about? Because, and see, the thing about it, it only helps if if you have a soulmate or a twin, it only helps if because I know my false flame, and I know my flame, and I know his false flame, and he should know he should know him, and I know him. So it's so easy for me to sit there and go, I know who each one is talking about. He's a Libra, she's a Leo, I'm a Virgo, and my ex is a Sagittarius. All four signs be popping up in these readings all the time. And you have to be able to distinguish where. So when they say past ex, you have, by what else they're saying in the reading, you have to be able to connect that to either the past life lover or this ex or this past in this life lover. So in the reading that she did, one of these readings today or Thursday, if you're reading this on Friday, if you're watching this on Friday, she kept saying past, past. It wasn't, the reading wasn't talking about me. The readings don't ever really talk about me. They talking about him and what's going on in his life. So then when they say that, oh, your past lover, I'm wondering which one it was. I didn't listen to the last one, which was about abundance. I think it was the 3 o'clock, the other one, the second one. Yeah, it was my time 3 o'clock, but I don't know what else anybody else's time. So my time is, but it was 3 o'clock, and I live on the Pacific, so it'd be Pacific time. How do I say that? Okay, anyways, it's like PDT. Okay, okay, commercial break. Okay, so you have to distinguish what it's saying in the reading. I think what I might do is I might post a reading and then digest it in the community tab, because people are confused. Like, I'm reading the comments and I'm reading the chat and I'm like, y'all don't understand who she's actually talking about in the reading. If you know that you have a twin or a soulmate, you have to sometimes separate yourself from the reading and be like, okay, what look back and go, who is she talking about in this reading? Because it flip-flops. Not the whole entire reading is your reading, and not every bit not every little sentence that she says is yours. Do you get what I'm saying? Not every card and not every sentence that she pulls is yours. So you have to be able to distinguish. It helps for me because I already know who my twin is, and I already know who his baby mama or his ex or his wife. I know who she is. So I can distinguish what it's talking about. How I can distinguish between each person. And a lot of times, and that's where the destiny swapping happens too, within the reading. Because the thing is, you want to be able to look like you're the empress, the high priestess. So what you're going to do is, how would you show up? You know, you're going to show up not having a job, having all these bills. What else? Not having a job, being lazy, not having a whole bunch of bills, doing RICO crimes, doing all type of fraud and stuff. So what you're going to do, what she's going to do, is try to pin everything that she's doing onto me. Right? So she got me fired from my job. I had a job. I had a good job. I was team lead. That means I'm a leader. So you get me fired from my job. So then you want me to start looking, you want me to go homeless, and you want me to disappear, and you want me gone, so then you can keep on doing what you're doing. And I knew this ever since 2023. And I've been trying to tell people since 2023 really what was going on with 1414. What was going on? But nobody was believing me. No one was saying anything. And I'm like, how am I supposed to... Am I right? How am I supposed to display my gifts and stuff? Ain't nobody gonna listen. I was just watching the first part of Merlin, and I think I'm gonna post that, where he was what was it? In the very beginning, there's 3 different stories of Merlin. And the first story that I got through was the fact that he saw all of his friends and soldiers that are around him being unalived, and he saw so many people unalived that he went crazy, and he ran off because he could see. He prophesied a lot, and he was a seer. He could see, so he knew what everything was going on, and so, or he knew what the future would be after all of that, because I think he was witnessing like an invasion or a takeover. And I'm not really quite sure. It's just I know that he went into the woods and sat under an apple tree and prophesied to the apple tree, because the apple tree is it's significant for wisdom. So every time he would eat an apple, because he was in the woods, so he had to eat the apples for food. So every time he would eat an apple, it would be like 1616. It would be like he had a prophecy. He knew it. He knew this. So now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, okay, maybe that was his curse, for always be in the cycle of eating the apple and doing a prophecy, and eating the apple and doing a prophecy, and he was locked in that cycle because he was too scared to release himself. He was too scared to step out of that bubble, out of that circle. I think I'm gonna do a room reading. I feel like doing a room reading. I wanted to speak on my downloads. I don't know what I guess I'm just gonna keep this as, I don't know. I don't know if I want to rename this, or do I want to say downloads with Farisha, or memoirs of a high priestess. It's a little bit of everything, huh? I just wanted to speak on that because I had a download, major download, and I could see clearly that, well, you know what's going on in the confusion in the collective right now. People are very, very confused right now on who they're talking about. And because everybody's trying to put themselves in a reading, and you really have to listen to what they say, because not every reading is yours. And the whole hour reading is not going to be yours either. It might just be a whole little 10-minute section. She probably needs me. Um, it might just be a whole 10-minute. I mean, I sat through a reading for 40 minutes before it started resonating. Does she need me?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so as I sit here, I'm fixing something for everybody to eat. I just wanted to close this. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I'm working on my 12th house, having romantic relationships. Went the second date. It was good. Really good. Okay, so this is Goddess Renixir. I don't know if I'm going to name this Downloads for Farisha or Memoirs. Might do downloads. Just because it's a little bit of everything. It's a plethora of things. But bye, not hi. Okay, this is Goddess Renixir out from Downloads, and I will be doing a room reading soon. Bye.